What is up, YouTube? It's your boy SmackNPie here, aka the guy here, and welcome to a video or a series that I want to do for a very long time. This idea in my mind, I had this from like way back when, before I had this team. But since now I got the team, I think it's time to execute the series or idea, and it is predicting with the team. Now, this is not your usual, group video where everyone's sitting and talking and then they do their prediction. No. This is not that type of stuff. What I basically did is that, just start out things, is I asked every team member to record their part for the prediction and send it to me, and then I'm gonna play them one by one and doing the introduction and all the other stuff. So today's prediction is going to be about The Last of Us Part 2, and the question is, will we get a release date for The Last of Us Part 2 at E3 2018, and if so, what will be the release date? So yeah guys, welcome to Team SmackNPie predicts The Last of Us Part 2 release date. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Alright, so first of all, we're gonna start off with Neesha. Amazing dude. He's doing the research and all the other stuff, and he's doing really hard work writing scripts. So shout out to Neesha. Hopefully I pronounced your name right, and let's see what he gotta say. Take it away, Neesha. And pause on that.
Hey guys, I'm Neesha. So The Last of Us was announced sometime in 2011, but released in 2013, right? Until recently, the developers were real shady about The Last of Us 2, on whether it would be a thing or not. With that in mind, I'm going to say the release date will be around March 2019, due to the assumption they started on it about a year ago, but we'll still have to edit some bugs, and assuming that they are keeping up with their previous schedule.
Alright, so it looks like March 2019. Okay, so let's see, and good luck with your prediction. Now let's move on to ladies, and as you all know, I respect women, alright? I respect women, and my respect level is above 100. And something like that is above 1,000. And if you're a man and you don't respect women, then shame on you, you're not a man. And if you're a female, if you're a woman, and you might be thinking, how can I respect myself? Well, there's a video coming out soon on that one, so why don't you subscribe and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button notification on what stuff. Okay, so Nicole, one of our team members, let's see what she gotta say.
Do I think that Last of Us 2 is going to get a release date at E3 this year? I do, actually. Last of Us 1 came out in 2013, and I believe it's been in production long enough for them to at least give a date, or even a year for that matter, for Last of Us 2. I honestly don't think that's going to come out this year. I think that they are going to say next year, and I'm not entirely sure what month. I am going to say that's probably going to be in fall of 2019, because as far as I know, summer isn't really a popular season to release games. I'm sure Last of Us 1 was an exception because it was new, but a lot of, especially AAA games, like big games, they release it at like the fall or the winter of that year, and I think, because Last of Us is kind of a horror game, as far as I know, I believe it's a zombie game. I apologize if I'm wrong, but considering it's a zombie game, I believe that it'll be either September or October, because of the whole Halloween thing. Yeah, that's That's my prediction for Last of Us at E3 2018. Because otherwise, what else are they gonna show? What else is Sony gonna show for Last of Us 2 except for maybe a new cutscene? I mean, there would have to be more than that. Either way, I think this year it is time for them to have a release date for Last of Us 2, and I think that they're gonna say fall of 2019. Exact month, September, October, somewhere around that, because of Halloween. But yeah.
Okay, interesting. Fall 2019, September, October to be exact. And good luck, Nicole, with your prediction. Now let's keep going. Now Chantelle from Australia. I really love her accent, by the way. Let's see what she gotta say.
Hey, so if you don't know, I'm Chantelle, and today I'm going to be talking about The Last of Us 2. Not 1, 2. Now, what we know. The game was announced in 2016, and then the trailer was released in 2017. Well, now it's 2018, and all we know about the game comes from the trailers that have been released. Not gameplay trailers, CG trailers. We're closely coming up to E3 2018, where we are hoping that we will finally get an announcement about the release date for The Last of Us 2, and also possibly a gameplay trailer thrown in there for good measure. Now, there's no argument that this is possibly the most anticipated game to come out in quite a long time, and I know there are so many people getting restless about news surrounding this game, and there are so many rumours that it's so difficult to pick through and figure out what's actually real. To be honest, we really don't know anything. These are some of the things that we know. In this second game, Ellie is the main focus. There'll be a lot of new characters. Reportedly, this game is going to be a lot darker than the first one. And, as well as the fact that it's going to be set in Seattle, The Last of Us Part 2 will take place 5 years after the original, so it'll feature a 19-year-old Ellie. Now, my predictions. As I mentioned before, E3 2018 is approaching fast, and there's a lot of speculation as to whether the release date will be announced at the Naughty Dog presentation, and whether a gameplay trailer will be released as well. Now, as for my predictions, personally, I think that they will announce the release date at E3, but I don't think that they'll release a gameplay trailer at the same time. I think that they're going to focus on the release date as opposed to the gameplay trailer. And if you're like me and you follow the stars on social media, you may have seen there are a lot of photos of the stars in their mocap outfits, which means that they haven't actually finished the game yet. In regard to when I think that the game will be released, honestly, I think that they'll wait somewhere around 2019, probably start to the middle of the year, somewhere around there. I hope that they don't wait until later, because I will be quite upset. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think that they'll announce the release date at E3? Or do you think they're going to wait a little bit later, keep the anticipation up? Or are they just going to finally tell us? Hope you had fun with my predictions, and peace!
Okay, early to mid 2019. Good luck with your prediction. And well, it's really amazing. It's really amazing. I didn't even thought that they would know about The Last of Us. When I gathered them, for the YouTube videos, I thought okay, they might know about the video games, other type of video games. They might not be interested in these type of games. But when I asked them individually, like, hey, do you know about The Last of Us? And we're like, yeah, we know. It's really amazing. I was like, wow, it's really amazing and interesting thing. Anyway, we're getting off the topic. All right, Markus. He's my favorite. That's all. Let's see what he got to say.
Hello, this is Markus from SmackNPie, and here's my predictions for The Last of Us 2. I believe that we will get a release date for The Last of Us 2, and I think it will be released on the 19th of February. Why, you might ask? Because it's my birthday there. Y'all better say birthday to me on my birthday. I'm gonna cry. Oh, Smack, clip this out, bro. Just clip it out. I trust you, fam. I'm not gonna do it myself. That's it. I don't got more to say. It was Markus from SmackNPie, and have a good one.
I don't know what the heck was that, but 19th February 2019 is what I heard, and we'll take it as your prediction. Thank you. Let's move on. BravestPhantom. Let's see what he got to say.
Okay, so I was thinking, Naughty Dog needs to release The Last of Us 2 on or near E3, and not in the traditional sense. Why, you ask? Well, I'm BravestPhantom from SmackNPie, and you're about to find out. So, as we all know, Naughty Dog is a company that is pretty big with its games. They're known for games like Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, Watch Dogs, and The Last of Us. So, The Last of Us was released June 14th, 2013. E3 of 2018 is going to take place between June 12th and June 14th. So in case you guys didn't exactly notice what I just said, I'm going to say it again. June 14th, 2013 was the release date of The Last of Us 1. And June 14th, 2018, which is 5 years later, is one of the 3 days of E3. What this means is the 5-year anniversary of The Last of Us will fall on E3. Now, if you guys aren't convinced that means they should release it on or at least near E3, let me give you some more evidence or some more things I've noticed about this. First of all, they've been hyping up, or at least not they, maybe, but The Last of Us 2 has been getting a lot of hype lately, which would make sense if they were planning to release it on E3. But I know that's not enough to convince everybody. So, this game has been in development for at least 2 years. It was announced in December 2016. Not a release date, obviously, but the announcement of the development was December of 2016. Let's see, what else was there? There's also the fact that, it's E3. This is Naughty Dog. And big companies do big things for the anniversaries of their games. Be it, I don't know, like Pokemon with year 25, or year 25 or 20, sorry. One of those years, I don't quite remember which, they released, on Pokemon Day a few years ago, that's what I'm thinking. They made Red, Blue, and Yellow free because it was, I think, like the 20th or 25th anniversary on the Nintendo Play Store. But this is Naughty Dog, and they are known for doing big. So, what is bigger, I ask you, for video games than E3? It would be the perfect way to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of The Last of Us. And I know what you guys are thinking. Well, I mean, why would they release it on E3? Everybody's going to be watching the panels. I actually think that releasing it on E3 would be a smarter, business move for a couple of reasons. One, there has never once that I've been able to find been a release date that was one of the days of E3. Two, picture this. You're a fan of The Last of Us. You've been a huge fan. You've been keeping up with The Last of Us 2 for all throughout its development cycle. You have 60 or 80 bucks, however much you think the game is going to be, set aside, and you're not touching that money. And let's say Naughty Dog gives their spiel, yada yada yada, and that is why we here at Naughty Dog, now don't take this out of context. I'm not quoting Naughty Dog. I'm just saying, if they ended their spiel with, that is why we're proud to announce, not only will The Last of Us 2 be available soon, but you can go to your GameStop today, or you can buy it online today and play it right now. What would you do? You would go to GameStop, or you would load up your PlayStation and you would buy The Last of Us 2. You'd be playing it all day. You know what you wouldn't be doing? Watching the competition. That is why I think they will probably do, or need to do at least, an E3 release date. Thank you guys for watching.
Really interesting points he made there. He thinks that fall 2019 is the date that when Naughty Dog is going to release The Last of Us Part 2, and he thinks that at E3, that Naughty Dog, we're going to reveal the date of fall 2019. Interesting, really interesting points he made there. Okay, let's keep going to Brett. Let's see what he gotta say.
What's up, guys? This is Brett with SmackNPie, and today we're talking about E3 2018 predictions. Specifically, will we get a release date for The Last of Us Part 2? Now, admittedly, I am a newcomer to this game. My introduction to it wasn't until last year when I picked it up the remastered edition when I bought my PlayStation 4 on Black Friday. And I will admit from the get-go that this is one of the first games in a while that really drew me in, that I found myself addicted more so to this game. At the time, I didn't have a lot of free time to play video games anymore, so I found myself in the early mornings before work playing it in 30-minute increments before I had to head out. So it took me about a month or two to finish it. So I will say now that I have finished it, I am going back and looking at all of the release trailers, specifically that first one that came out 2 years ago of Ellie playing the guitar. Honestly, that was released on E3 2016, that trailer of Ellie playing the guitar as Joel walks through with all the bodies everywhere, and I will say now more so originally when I saw it, it does give me chills, and I'm super excited even though I just read that scene's apparently not in the actual game. So yeah, that came out 2 years ago, and since then we have that very violent trailer with nothing really going on story-wise. In all honesty, I didn't watch it. I'm not a big fan of just gore without any context, really. And that was released last year. So I think this year, E3 2018, I feel like there needs to be an announcement for a release date. You know, they can't just keep doing what Nintendo did with Breath of the Wild, where they keep talking about it for 5 years. I think The Last of Us Part 2, with the fans that have come through with the last one, it being what, 5 years ago or so, they need to come out this E3 with a release date. I would say that it might be next year, but the fact that Days Gone is coming out next year, 2019, I don't foresee 2 PlayStation 4 games coming out the same year being about zombies. And now, yes, the Last of Us games, they aren't zombies. It's something completely different. I'm very aware, but it's the same kind of fact about it. It'd be really cool if they did a Bethesda-like thing where they announced it this year at E3 and it came out maybe in October or even November, right before the holidays. So I think I'm just going to give my prediction as June of, I'm going to say my safe bet is probably June of 2018. But what I really want to be right is I want it to come out this year. So I'm also going to predict, and this is a ridiculous bet, that I think it's going to come out November of 2018. Again, this is Brett with SmackNPie, and until next time, peace.
Alright, so June 2019. Alright. So we got all the prediction dates. Good luck to all of y'all. Shout out to all of you. Now, I know some of you, well, not all of you, but some of you might be thinking, okay, one person is missing.
Hey Smack, you said 7 team members. We heard only 6 audio.
Well, that's because Rico, which is the 7th member, he's been struggling with some health issues, and so for that reason, he cannot, do the audio stuff. So get well soon. So quick summary again, will we get a release date for The Last of Us Part 2 at E3? And if so, what it's gonna be? Neesha said March 2019, Nicole said fall 2019, September, October to be exact. Chantelle said early to mid 2019. Well, that's counted as one, early or mid 2019. But we'll see about that, Chantelle. I'm going to talk to you about, we're going to have a conversation about this one. Markus said 19th February. Let's keep going. BravestPhantom said fall 2019, and he really made some interesting points there. And Brett said June 2019. So it all comes down to me, alright? The guy, alright? It comes down to me of what am I gonna choose, alright? Since I am the guy, I am the SmackNPie, or I'm the Smack only, whatever you want to call. What I personally think is, if you go into my previous videos that I made, the playlist on Last of Us Part 2, all the evidence that I had was linking direct towards 2018 or late 2018 release date. They had this whole thing planned for 2018, late 2018. However, they're still teasing us with the 2019 and a fight between 2019 and 2018 release date. For some, it's obvious that, oh, it's coming out 2019. For some, it's saying, oh, well, they delayed 20 Days Gone to 2019. It doesn't make any sense for 2 exclusives to come out at the same year if they want both of them to hit. Well, Last of Us Part 2 is gonna be a hit anyway because it's a gigantic, it's the most anticipated game. On the other hand, they want to make Days Gone a big deal, so they can't just, release both big games same year. So they, there have to be a gap, a huge gap between Last of Us Part 2 and the Days Gone, so that they can, create this, they created this hype for The Last of Us Part 2, then they're gonna release it, and then we have a small part where they're gonna be Last of Us Part 2, they're gonna be talking about, and then the hype train stuff for the Days Gone, and then the Days Gone days start. Get it? Days Gone days start. No, I'll stop. So yeah, I think, well, since I'm the guy and I'm SmackNPie, I think I have 2 predictions to make. I think I can make 2 predictions. I know that doesn't make any sense. I know it's not justice, but hey, who's counting? So I'm making late 2018 and early 2019. It cannot go more than early 2019. I mean, it can. They're Naughty Dog. What are you talking about? But still, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, I think it's gonna be late 2018, which all the evidence and facts were linking to or directing to. But if for some reason they delay it, it's gonna be early 2019. I don't think it's gonna go more than early 2019. If it is, I'm man enough to admit that okay, my prediction went wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna go wrong, and I hope their prediction goes wrong. And yeah, last part of the video, what is going to be the prize for the winner? What is the price? Well, currently I have no prize for the winner. However, there's gonna be a Universal SmackNPie Championship belt. It's gonna be the Universal Championship title from the WWE, but it's with the W removed and S put in, and it's made of cardboard. It's a really big deal. Yeah, it's a really big deal. It's an honor to get that championship title. Well, yeah, I don't have any other prize thoughts in my mind. If you have, let us know in the comments down below. But that's it for today's prediction video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have prediction, I'm pretty sure you have, put them in the comments down below. What I'm gonna do from the comment section is that I am going to pick the winner, and we're gonna talk about what's the winner from the comment section is gonna get soon. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, because if you do, hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. I'm your SmackNPie, and until next time, peace. Thank you very much. This is my second take, by the way. I accidentally deleted my first take. It was like 30 minutes. And the freaking cars, they're disturbing me all over. Please help. Please. Hey, I'm saying